What's up, everybody? It's Salazar the 16th, back with another episode of Space Engineers, but this time we are in creative because this is the new series launch. I'm calling this series the Dockyard. I will be doing creative stuff in it, such as building ships, and I'm not very good at building ships. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting sometimes, and most of the time it's going to be boring as hell, because as you guys know from my survival series, I suck at recording and acting and speaking and pretty much everything that has to do with making a YouTube video. So let's bear with it and get this started. Today I have a ship for you I am calling the Integrity. It's a very large ship. Well, it's medium-sized compared to the Destiny and, yeah, other ships that I've built in the past. It is what I'm classifying as a heavy battle cruiser. It's quite heavily armored in the front and rear, as well as off the sides. You can see those two thick engine nacelle pod things going on. In those, you've got 5 rocket launchers on either side, as well as 6 going down the center line. Well, not directly down the center, but tucked away right in that line there. It's fully survival capable with medical bay, refineries, assemblers, oxygen generators, a good amount of storage. So if you were to try and use this in your survival world, you would have no issue whatsoever. However, it's a very heavy ship. A lot of it is heavy armor, specifically in the central area, and then a couple strips through the nacelles are heavy armor as well. The nacelles are fully plumbed up with your conveyor tubing to fuel your weaponry on the side. If you don't have the resources to use the ion engines, you can always trade those out for hydrogen, which, once again, you have that plumbing available to you, if that's your choice. Just jump into the spectator so we can get a nice quick view around. So side on. It's a relatively low profile, you know. It's let's see, that's 5. I'll put the number down at the bottom so you don't have to hear me count it out. I will put full dimensions, including width. It is kind of wide, and I really couldn't figure out what to do with the back end here, so I just left it as is. You got your antenna stowed in there. You've got a beacon hidden in there as well, I think. No, there's no beacon, never mind. 6 engines there on the center body, 2 more in each side for your forward thrust. You've got 7 engines on each side for your side to side, 7 engines on the top. Well, no, that'd be 14 engines top and bottom, so for your up down. And then I didn't have much room for braking thrust and still get the aesthetic I wanted, so you got 3 large and 4 small per nacelle as braking thrust. Primary and only entrance into this thing without breaking things is through the Hangar Bay. We'll go there in a second. From the bottom, once again, you can see the shaping. You've got your primary connector there. Just hook up to other ships, get all docked up and ready to go. So if we bring our character here, you can see we have full gravity, which is nice. I only needed to use 1 gravity generator for this, because it is, like I said, it is a smaller ship. And you've got gravity all the way from the forward to the back, side to side, top to bottom. You can turn that down to only do the central portion. I chose not to. I've got a timer block set to do the opening sequence. So what it's doing is it's depressurizing the hangar, then it'll open the doors and turn on our flashy lights, because flashy is awesome. And we'll just hop in. You got a Gattling turret in here for defense while this is open. I did have another one here, but I crashed a shuttle into it, and I decided, you know, let's take that out. It has quite a bit of hangar space in here. Very nice lighting. Like, my flashlight is on. Whoops. I was gonna say my flashlight's not on, but it is. And that works in reverse as well. The door opening procedure, see that's closing, lights are turned off, and once it seals up, it will fully pressurize. The grating down here has a vent hidden there, and we are pressurizing now. You can see the particles going. I'd use the Eichster pack thing here. Your connector's directly below that block, if that tells you how thin the floor here is. However, you do have a layer of heavy up top, underneath the light armor, or rather above the light armor. In the next video, I'm going to show you the fighter I've designed specifically for this this craft, and I can fit about 10 of them in here. I think it's like 5 or 6 lined up forwards, and then, yeah, it's 6 lined up sideways, and then another 4 diagonal, and still have plenty of space here in the center. Come in here, little airlock area, vent down there, blinky light to let you know that the hangar bay is open. And same thing here, blinky light, long hallway. You've got Gattling turret, well, interior turret there, and then you may not have seen it, but another one there. If you come all the way up here, best place I could put the vent. I tried to hide it, didn't do too well. Come in here, into what I'm dubbing engineering, but it's also the main gathering point. You got 2 rooms off, one here and one off over there, that are empty. You can use them as you wish. In engineering, you can see you've got all of your power generation. There's a vent up there that pressurizes this space, a refinery with the upgrade modules on the other side, and 2 assemblers up there. Everything else is stowed in the back region. Very nicely put together, in my opinion. You can see on this side, these upgrade modules are kind of redundant. I've got yield, speed, as well as power efficiency, which the power efficiency and the speed kind of cancel each other out, so oh well. I think it looks nice, and it keeps that 2-block structure very nice and centered on the reactor by adding that. If you guys haven't noticed, I do like this large mass type engine looking thing. In my opinion, it looks kind of like the big old steam engines like out of old ships, like the Titanic, for instance. Just these monstrous generation devices that do a bunch of stuff. You can see I got a projector up top. That's because if I simply grab a grinder, there's that heavy armor I was talking about. Take it out. Projector fills the void, and you can just come along with your welder and patch it right back up, or set up a nanite factory to do it for you. This ship does not have self-repair capabilities, but if you happen to be traveling with the Destiny and you're within range, you can add the repair beacon to it, and well, that'd be all there is to it. So coming around, 2 empty rooms over there. We came up over on that side. And here, first thing you may notice, there's a door at the end of the hallway, a little indent, and a Gattling turret there. I don't know why I'm calling it a Gattling turret when it is very clearly an interior turret. Another one there. Back here you've got medical, a couple of beds, and your cargo entry point. It's really the only one I wired into the ship. All the vents are hidden up as best as I could. From here it looks halfway decent. And I put the dual turret here simply because when you're in that doorway you can't see this one. You take out this one, you're probably hurting real bad. Come around this corner and you're getting blasted again. I like that idea because behind this door there's 3 more doors. You got your pressurization up there, and here pressurized little crew quarter, shower, toilet, a couple bunks and a sink. If the game will catch up. In this room you've got servers, another Gattling turret, interior turret, and these 2 timers run your hangar door. This one is not used, and then one of these does the floor plan script. The rest of them are not used. So you've got plenty of timers and programmable blocks to do whatever you want. And now for the main show, CIC. For those that don't know, CIC stands for Command Information Control. Basically, this room will be the last room to get destroyed, guaranteed. Unless you've got some kind of super weapon that can bore through 4 layers of heavy armor, a bunch of light armor, and a few blocks of fucking words, production blocks. Yeah, words. Pressurization there with the O2 tanks. There's power generation up there specifically for this room. And yeah, there's the oxygen generators there. There's the oxygen tanks. And there's power generation right there and there. This room is a bomb shelter practically. There you can see another interior turret here with plenty of seating, as well as your floor plan mod. That little red block is a timer block that I have turned off. It's only active when you start the first timer block, and then it goes to that one, and so on. With full grid pattern, you can see everything that's going on. You've got your engine pods there. I actually don't know which layer this is. I think that's the layer we're standing on. Not 100%. Like I said, I think that's the timer block, but it could be something else. So you got your engine nacelles there with your rocket launchers. Let's just hop into the seat. And then in the front, you can see we've got huge volley of rockets. Like I said, you got 6 on each side in the center line and 5 more each side on the nacelles. You can do a lot of damage, as well as 2 Gattling turrets aft, 2 rocket turrets aft, rocket turret up top, nothing in the belly as far as turrets, other than the Gattling there in the center line. You see on the hotbar we've got our rocket barrage, our connector, and our jump. And then on block 9 I've got jump off because sometimes if you want to cancel a jump, you have to turn the jump drive off. You can't just cut power because it's just weird and doesn't allow you. If you cut full power by pressing Y, for some reason you still complete the jump. And I'm just gonna go up to full speed, just so we get a rough idea on how fast we accelerate. .3 kilometers, and then decreasing. And then she stopped at 5.7. For those of you who don't do quick maths, 3.4 kilometers to stop, 2.3 kilometers to get going. Wow, those speeds suck. I'm expecting worse numbers side to side. Up down should be quick as hell though. Yeah, your primary evasion will be up down. And then just gonna jump back. Jump. Start. Select. Just to get back to where the hell I started. Bloink. Cool. And yeah, that's the integrity. I went with the standard blue, white, and black paint scheme. I think that's gonna be my trademark. You know, I do like the blue, white, and black. I tried to get a silver tone for the white, but it just didn't cooperate. So we just kind of went with it. By the time this goes up on YouTube, it will be available on the workshop for you guys to enjoy. I'm just gonna start to side is 40 meters or so. Just come off to the side by 100 meters. That way, when we start building the next ship, we'll know where the hell we started. But yeah, that's the integrity. Check out the links in the description for any used mods, such as the awesome fucking skyblock. So yeah, that's pretty much the end. Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll be going over the fighter design, specifically, well, the one that I designed inside this ship. I wouldn't say specifically for, because that would entail it being like side potty type, and it is most definitely not. So yeah. There's no HUD on this, so I have no clue where I'm pointing. Well, actually, I should be more or less synced up. Yeah. Just the spread on this is just ungodly. We do so much damage without even trying. One full, not even a full salvo. Not even a full salvo. Because we were playing with it before, and we're doing all this. I mean, their jump drive is toast. They've been entirely decapitated. Like this, if I remember right, this is the control. Alright. So yeah, that's the entirety. I can't really go over anything else. Because there's nothing else to go over. I don't understand why some of the videos from other channels of ships that were downloaded off the workshop, they take like half an hour to go over the ship, just talking the entire time, and it's just like, how? I mean, this half an hour of just blabbering, I'm gonna cut most of it out. It's probably gonna be a 15-minute episode, give or take. So yeah, download it on the workshop, because, you know, I do stuff.